So good day everyone. So since kulang na kulang talaga tayo sa time, ang daming events, ano pa, maraming kaganapan actually. So this is the way para lang po ma-introduce ko sa inyo ang midterms, and I hope this can help you to pass your midterm exam. I hope so. Kasi nagbigay naman na po ako sa inyo ng handouts and you have to read it um, not just once, twice, or thrice. Okay? And kapag di nyo po maintindihan, open na open si Mr. Google. Mr. Google or Mrs. Google, anything. Basta pwede nyo po siyang i-search under Maglaya. Okay? So, this slide ay hiniram ko pa kay Sir Emiel. So, kaya lalaki nandiyan sa front page. So, our midterm coverage is consists of Chapter 1, actually, ito po yung mga nilalaman niya. Community healthcare development process, like approaches to the community development, like we have two. And then we have community organizing, the CO. And then the principles of community organizing, the phases of community organizing, and then anong ibig sabihin ng HRDP and COPAR as model or model as a strategy for community development, phases of COPAR, and critical activities. And then the next chapter, ay, yan lang muna. Yan mostly ang laman ng ating midterms. More on COPAR na. Di ba? Kaya pinagawa ko sa inyo yung mga activity like ano ang nakikita yung problema sa inyong barangay. For assuming lang na you conducted your COPAR to your community para lang may experience kayo, ay ganito pala ang COPAR. Okay? Ganito pala maging CHN or the community health nurse. Okay? So, what are your learning outcomes? Usually, identify approaches in community development, describe, differentiate, discuss and relate, differentiate the phases, and identify significant strategies under each phase. Okay. So, introduction, paulit-ulit na lang, di ba? According to Alma Ata Declaration 1978, we have this stress to concerns in addressing community health needs and problems. Hindi po natin naiiwasan yung mga gantong bagay. So, mostly kasi, di ba, ano bang problema ng ating mga barangays? No? Usually, you have to integrate approach in solving health problems. Integrate. Kailangan mo makisalamuha. Okay? And the need for enhanced capability for greater participation and involvement of the people in health efforts. Kasi nga, hindi po nila priority ang health sa mga community. We are more on inclined with economics or mga mga pagkakakitaan, 'di ba? Business thing, economics, studies, bihira lang pong pumapasok yung iba sa health efforts. Okay, so as a nurse, kailangan natin silang involve. 'Di ba? Kaya nga from the word integrate approach in solving health problems. And then we have this policy making influencing decisions. Okay, wait lang ha. So let's go back. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, we have to integrate and enhance their knowledge about health. So SAGE and interventions must focus on providing health-related interventions to improve the health status of the population and enhance the capability of community. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na kailangan nakaasa ang mga tao sa atin. We have to teach them how to do the self-reliance or self-reliant. Okay? Dapat, pag tinulungan mo na sila, they know how to stand with their own feet, di ba? Hindi natin sila pwede na forever na lang silang parang bine-baby. Okay? Kasi alam ko na sabi na lang natin kung saan kayo nagko-community, maliban sa RHU ha, kung saan kayo nagko-community, usually nabe-baby na po sila. Sa totoo lang. Okay? So, makikita nyo naman ang difference, no? So, we have two approaches to development. Actually, we have welfare approach and we have modernization approach. Pag sinabi kasi natin welfare approach, akala nila binigay ni God ang poverty. And pag mahirap ka na, forever ka nang mahirap. Hindi. Sabi na lang natin nasa depressed area, nasa isip nila, mahirap lang kasi kami, wala na kaming pag-asa yumaman. Ganon. Yung iba, sinasabi nila, poverty is caused by bad luck. So that's welfare approach. Okay, so kailangan baguhin natin yung kanilang pananaw. Pero may mga gantong instances po. And then, next we have modernization approach. Ito yung sinasabi sa inyo. We are dealing with the technology. When the community began to accept and utilize the using of technology and industrialization. Also, ito yung hindi na nila alam yung mga nangyayari past, di ba? They are abandoning the traditional method or the practices and adopt the technology of industrial countries. So, in modernization, they believe that the poverty is due to lack of education, resources, and technology. Okay? Di ba? Kabaliktaran po ng welfare approach. So that modernization approach. So, ano yung sinasabi ni ma'am kanina na HRDP and COPAR? So guys, we have this HRDP or the Health Resources Development Program and a community organized participatory action research model. Okay? Usually guys, we have meron pong ibig sabihin talagang community organizing and participatory research. So, pinaghihiwalay usually ito. Nakahiwalay yan. May ibig sabihin ng CTO at CTAR. And then, after that, pinagsama po nila to conduct a research in a certain area. For example, sa barangay nyo, you can do your COPAR. And then, itong HRDP, it is a model to use in our PHC. Okay? So, ano nga bang PHC? Okay? Mamaya kasi ma-encounter ang PHC. It means primary health care. Okay? Yung iba humuhula ha. PHC is primary health care. Wag na wag niyo pong kakalimutan yan. So, we have this Health Resources Development Program or our HRDP defined as a model for establishing and implementing effective, sustainable, participatory PHC programs in DDU communities. Ngayon, ano po ang DDU? Okay? DDU means depressed, deprived, and underprivileged communities, di ba? Pinasosyal lang, para lang siyang name ng computer program, di ba? DDU. Okay? Pag sinabi natin primary healthcare programs in DDU community is depressed, deprived, and underprivileged ED, with ED. They are past tense. So they are literal na they are depressed, hindi mentally depressed na area. Okay, deprived na area and underprivileged na area, yung mga hindi talaga sila naabutan ng mga tulong. So it entails development and mobilization of students and faculty. Okay? Bakit nadama yung students and faculty? Kasi we are the one to conduct this program as well as our co-part. Okay? Or paramedical institutional, di ba? From the word, sabi ko kanina, we have to work together. Okay? Group effort po ito, hindi isang student at isang faculty. Group effort. Then from the word of students, plural, and faculty or paramedical institutions, plural, and lahat ng involved po sa barangay na yun, kasama din si Kagawad, si Tanod, si SK, si Kapitan, lahat po involved. Kasi group effort po ang HRDP and POPAR. Okay? And enrichment of health-oriented curriculum and reorienting the health education of future health workers, which is our future nurses and as well as our BHWs. Okay? To be more responsive and relevant to the current community health needs. We have also the program initiated by the Population Center Foundation as it is contribution to the development of alternative healthcare system in the Philippines. Okay? Hindi naman kasi kaya ng hierarchy ng ating gobyerno ang pumasok sa gantong area. So, we are the one to enter this community, the DDU communities, to participate in our primary healthcare programs. Or di ba, sinasabi natin to enhance our healthcare system. Okay? Then based on a belief that potential health manpower, okay, sabi ko nga sa inyo, group effort exists in the form of students, faculty, and hospital or clinic staff who can mobilize to work with people to act on their own health problems. Okay? So, HRDP model for primary healthcare. So, don't forget that. So, what is C or the community organizing? A continuous, sustained process of educating the people to understand and develop their critical awareness of their existing condition. Okay? Sustain, continuous. Kaya ang community organizing, continuous. Wala pong end. Continuous. And sustain the process of educating the people to understand and develop their critical awareness of their existing conditions. For example, di ba, the simple taking of maintenance, they have to follow. Kasi pag wala na yung binigay ng barangay, mag-i-stop na silang iinom. And then, we will instruct them if naubos na po yung kanilang stock. We have a free maintenance medication to the RHU o pwede silang mag-request kay BHW. Yes, some of you hindi po naabutan ng mga gantong bagay o gantong privilege. And that's wala po tayong magagawa kasi yan po ang sistema po ng inyong barangay or ng tawag dito ng pagbigay ng mga gamot galing sa RHUs. Kaya nga dapat as a student pa lang para marunong tayo mag-defend, di ba? According to our, hindi naman sa according to our teacher, pero according to places where we have kung saan kami na destino, ganito yung mga kaganapan, ganito yung nangyari, ganito pala dapat ang mga mangyayari. Di ba? Kaya bilang kabataan, you have a voice, okay? To tell them what is good and what is bad. Pwede mong i-share yung inyong knowledge about your profession, di ba? Sabi nga dito, working with people collectively and efficiently on their immediate and long-term problems, di ba? yung nagme-maintenance, yung iba may cough and colds, ano yung pwedeng gawin, di ba? Kung hindi tayo pwede magbigay ng gamot, educate them, di ba? Health education. Then mobilize the people to develop the capability of readiness to respond and take action on their immediate need towards solving their term problems. Ayan o. Health education, organization, mobilization. Kanino kayo lalapit pag ganitong problema? Ayan. Organization, mobilization. Dapat maging active sila. Okay? And then, in return, meron po sila, para sila, ma-motivate na sumama sa mga activities. So the CO is CO or community organizing, usually a promising tool, from the word, a promising tool for achieving the PHC goals of self-reliance, okay? Nabanggit ko kanina, and self-determination. Hindi forever na babantayan mo sila. Hindi forever na binibaby mo sila. They have to go with self-reliance and self-determination once na tinuruan mo na sila. Okay? Next slide. Guys, pag mabilis, i-rewind nyo na lang. And then, pag may question, lagi naman po ko online, i-chat nyo lang po. Okay? So, community organizing is a process whereby the community members develop the capability to assess their health needs, di ba? Ano yung pangangailangan nila? Health needs and problems, ano ang plano and implementation actions to solve these problems. Put up and sustain organizational structures which will support and monitor implementation of health initiatives by the people. By the people, to the people, from the people. Yan. A process by which the people organize themselves to take charge. From the word take charge, okay? Diba self-reliance or self-determination of their situation and thus develop a sense of being a community together, a group effort. So what are the objectives of our community organizing? To make people aware of their social realities towards the development of local initiative and strengthening people's capabilities. Diba? Napansin nyo, to the people, from the people to the people, by the people, ayan, more on community organizing na yan. To form structures that uphold the people's basic interests and to initiate responsible actions. Yan, to initiate responsible actions to address the community health and social problem. Ayan ang mga objectives po natin sa ating community organizing. So what are the importance? It provides the people with an opportunity to get involved, okay? And identify the common health problems of their community. And then it guides, okay? Not just involve and identify, but it guides the community to decision-making towards self-reliance, okay? Diba? Once na tinuruan mo na sila, and then bago mo sila iiwan, hayaan mo silang magplano, hayaan mo silang mag-decision-making sa sarili po nila. And at the end of your goal, that's what we call community development, an organized effort of people to improve the conditions of community life and capacity of the people for participation, self-direction, and integrated efforts in the community. So we have different processes or phases actually. Pero all of them have the same meaning or definition of their own processes. Pero ang sinusundan po kasi natin is Maglaya, but they are all Filipinos. Sila po ang mismo nagsulat sa CHN book. Pero si Maglaya po kasi ang sinusunod natin. Sometimes lumalabas ang mga ibang author sa Cuevas. Pero most of the time, sa Maglaya. Tignan nyo. Preparatory phase kay Maglaya, Jimenez is pre-entry, almost the same. And then si Cuevas is community analysis. Almost the same. Kasi parang nagbe-brainstorming dito eh. Diba? Spot map, nakikiusap kay kapitan, diba? Communication skills. O, sige. That's first. Mamaya ko talakayin naman ng mga pieces. And then organizational phase. Nasa entry phase na po. Nag-organize na kayo. And then, nagpaplano na. So, design and initiation kay Cuevas. Okay, preparatory phase, organizational phase. Kay Jimenez, pre-entry, entry. Cuevas is community analysis and design and initiation. And third one, educational and training phase. Unlike kay Jimenez is community diagnosis, and then kay Cuevas is implementation. And then, 4 is intersectoral collaboration. Kay Jimenez is action, and then kay Cuevas is dissemination of reassessment. So, ayan yung last part niya. Ay? Organization pala. Organizational kay Jimenez, and then program maintenance kay Cuevas. And then, number 5, diba? Phase out. And then, action, nasa action pa lang si Jimenez. And then, dissemination reassessment si Cuevas. Pero si Jimenez, sustenance and strengthening. Ang sustenance and strengthening kasi part na po ng phase out ni Maglaya. Ganon din kay Cuevas. Part na po ng dissemination, reassessment, ang sustenance and strengthening. Ito kasing part na ito is ito na yung self-reliance. And then turnover, parang evaluation na po ng kanilang community organizing. Okay? So always, ito na po ang ifo-focus natin. The preparatory phase, organizational phase, educational and training phase, intersectoral collaboration phase, and phase out. Phase out is a turnover also. Tapos sustenance and strengthening papasok dito kasi sa intersectoral collaboration phase. Okay? So we have preparatory phase. Diba? Preparatory, under kay Maglaya to ha. Kasi siya naman talaga ang gagamitin natin. Okay? Pag sinabi kasi natin preparatory, parang pre-entry phase siya. You have to select the area. Ano yung titignan nating area? The DDU. Okay? If you remember the DDU, depressed, deprived, and under privilege. Okay? Community. And then community profiling provides an overview of demographic chart, and then related health-related services and practices, kung ano yung mga ginagawa nila doon. And then the initial base, okay? And then, sa pre-preparatory phase, sabi nga sa Jimenez, pre-entry and entry. Dito naman papasok na si entry sa ating preparatory phase. Entry in the community and integration with the people. From the word integration, you have to establish rapport. Okay? Konting bahid lang po ng kaartehan ay papakita nyo, or kabalastugan, or kunwari nakabreak kayo at nagtago kayo, nag-uwas at may nakakita sa inyong tao, mawawalan po sila ng tiwala sa inyo. Okay? Sabi nga dito, establish rapport, values, beliefs, cultural practices. Kung ano yung kinasanayan nila, huwag nyo pong babalik ito, walain, or wala kayong pake, ganun. Kung ano po yung kinasanayan nila, makisama po kayo. Kayo kasi ang pumasok doon. Though sabi nga natin, tutulungan na nga natin sila, kami pa mag-adjust. Huwag po ganun ang mindset nyo. Alam po kasi sa panahon ngayon, kung ano yung gusto nyo, yun lang nasusunod. Okay? Kailangan talaga makibagay tayo pag nag-conduct po tayo ng community organization. Ha? Hindi kayo yung hindi sila yung mag-a-adjust. Kayo ang mag-a-adjust para po makapag-establish kayo ng rapport. Then next, we are done with preparatory phase. Let's move on sa ating organizational phase. Organizational phase is part of our social preparation and spotting and developing potential leaders. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung sino po yung tinuturing yung leader sa inyong klase, siya po ay magiging leader nyo. Bakit kailangan ng leader? Lahat naman kami ay pinanganak bilang leaders. Guys, sabi na lang natin given na pinanganak kayo maging leader and talent yung maging leader. Lahat kayo maging leader dapat. Parang ganun, para pantay-pantay. No, ito kasi guys, kailangan may nagli-lead sa inyo. Kailangan may pinapakinggan kayo. Di ba? Maliban sa mga CI nyo na pinapakinggan nyo, iba pa rin yung may tao kayong pinapakinggan talaga. Yung ka-level nyo. Okay? Para mag-lead sa inyo. Para maayos yung, kaya nga from the word organizational, para mag-guide kayo. Ito yung unahin natin, ito yung pangalawa, ito yung pangatlo, hanggang sa maging self-reliant or self-determinant sila. Okay? And under the social preparation, we have to integrate the pace, the wave for the nurse to be introduced in the community and signal the beginning. Okay? Magpapakilala tayo sa barangay, sa community, etc. etc. Basta sa loob ng mga heads sa loob ng ating community. Wait lang guys. Okay. Spotting and developing potential leaders comes to know who among them have deep concern and understanding of the community. And then trusted and respected members of the community, which is our barangay officers, the tanod, the nurses na deploy sa barangay na papasukan nyo, and then the BHWs para magtulungan kayo, di ba? Sabi ko nga, group effort. And provide opportunities to demonstrate leadership skills to test commitment to the community's well-being, and then not necessarily highly educated or belonging to an affluent family. Can identify, understand, and articulate community's problems, can influence, and has desire for change. Okay? Ito yung dapat mga traits na pwede nating ipasok dun sa pwedeng maging leader nyo. Yung kaya po nilang makipag-usap sa mga ating potential leaders sa barangay. Like SK din pala, pwede nga silang hingan ng tulong. Okay? Kasi tinitingnan natin, kunwari, di ba parang sa barangay nila may mga punong barangay, pero meron pa kasi yung parang binoboss nila sa barangay. So hanapin natin sila. Okay, para sila yung papakinggan ng mga tao. For example, may activity kayong ginawa sa hall, di ba? Pinapatawag niyo yung mga bawat household, hindi sila nakinig kasi hindi naman nila kayo kilala. So meron talagang tao na pag di kayo pumunta, ganito. Ayan. Di ba may pananakot lang para po umattend sila. So that's part of our organizational phase. Nagse-select pa lang tayo dito ha. Nag-organize pa lang tayo, hindi pa po tayo pumasok sa barangay. And then, part po ng organizational phase, you have the core group formation, identified leaders. So, na-identify nyo na kasi naghanap na kayo ng potential leaders. Diba? Who will lay foundation of a strong people's organization and represents different sectors. Yan. Pakilala nyo. And then, nurse organizer as its representative in forming core groups in respective sectors, facilitate skills development. And then, we have to serve as training ground of development, developing PLs in, ayan, democratic and collective leadership, planning and assuming tasks, handling and resolving group conflicts, and critical thinking and decision making. So, potential leaders serves as training ground for developing potential leaders. Ita-train po natin, okay? Though meron na mga SK, ganon. Iba pa rin kasi yung parang per puro, okay? Parang hindi po nagkakagulo. So, organizational phase, part po din is setting up the community organization. Parang yung nabanggit sa Jimenez na book, di ba pumasok na sa organizational phase? Kasi 7 phases ata si Jimenez, unlike kay Cuevas and Maglaya is 5 lang. No? Pero napakarami na kasi nakapasok na siya sa isang phase. So, organizational phase is a setting up the community organization. Kung kanina naghanap tayo ng community, naghanap tayo ng mga potential leaders, yung trait dapat ng potential leaders. And then, next we have setting up the community organization. The people are ready to form a community-wide organization. Organization will facilitate wider participation and collective action on community problems. NERS makes sure that there is maximum participation and control in all activities, and organizational structure should be kept simple, and committees should be formed to address specific problems such as in healthcare. And then working committees, one of which is health committee. Okay? Kasi actually sa Kagawad, meron din po nakatuon sa health. Okay? Sa pagkakalam ko meron na. Kasi ngayon, pina-priority na po nila ang health. Kasi may mga kagamitan na tayo, hindi na tayo nauusan ng mga stocks. I mean, medyo malawak na yung mga health practices natin, unlike dati na talagang hirap na hirap. Ngayon, pwede mo na siyang kuhanin, bilihin, di ba, through phone call, Zoom meeting, etc. Ganon ka resourceful ngayon, unlike dati kasi talagang limited lang. And then next, we have community organizational phase. The third one, we're done with preparatory, organizational. And then next, we have education and training phase. Okay. Ito na po yung medyo tricky. Lalo na kasi may mga barrios or barangays na hindi po talaga nag-aral. So, we are conducting this training, okay, na kaya po ng lahat. Lalo na sa mga basic healthcare needs. Ang sabi kasi dito, to strengthen, okay, the organization develop capabilities to attend to the community's basic healthcare needs. So, anong mga klaseng activities na meron tayo? We have to conduct community diagnosis. Okay, ito yung magbabahay-bahay kayo. Meron po kayo dalang form. Nandun po lahat ang checklist. Okay? Sabi kasi dito, to come up with a profile of local health situation, okay, that will serve as basis for programs and services to be delivered to the community. So, NERS assist in developing plans and actual conduct of community diagnosis, helps to identify, analyze, and understand the implications of the data that they are collected. Dito na kasi papasok ang COPAR nyo. Nagre-research siya kayo dito usually eh. So guys, sa education training phase, ayan, magbabahay-bahay kayo. And then you have your own forms. And then, ang pag-conduct po kasi ng community diagnosis is, itatali nyo siya. Kunwari, maingay ang kapitbahay, at maraming aso nangangagat, marami din mga tao nagkaka-dengue, ganyan, etc. etc. And then, pumunta ka sa another household, same po ang kanilang sinabi. And then, another household, ang problema naman nila is, maraming lamok, yun lang. So, itatali mo siya. Oh, maraming lamok. Tatlo na. Maingay ang kapitbahay, dalawa lang ang nagsabi. Ganon. Itatali niyo siya. Hanggang sa kung sino yung pinakamarami, i-justify niyo siya. Ira-rank niyo siya. Ito ang rank 1 kasi ito yung maraming ito yung maraming nagsabi ng mga ganito. Ira-rank niyo siya. Ganyan tayo mag-justify ng ating diagnosis. And then, yun yung ita-top priority natin. And then, the rest, may mga kulang mga malit lang ang concern, parang kumbaga magiging ano lang siya, health education. Okay? And then, part of our education training phase, maliban sa ating education, ayan, or yung pagbabahay-bahay, conducting the community diagnosis, we have also the training of community health workers. Okay, dami namang abbreviation. Yes, dapat kabisado niyo niyan. Training of community health workers. Community decides on the roles of community health workers, or which is tayo nga, and pasok na din dito ang ating mga nurses, the barangay offices, or the barangay officers, the BHWs. And then, competencies and qualities to possess. Kung sila ay pasok sa ating CHW. Kung hindi naman sila inclined sa health, huwag na natin sila isali. Kasi hindi yan mga willing na matuto. Mahirap naman na napilitan sila. Then people will decide who will be trained as community health workers based on roles to fulfill. Then facilitate training needs analysis, or the TNA or TINA, okay? Training needs analysis, TNA, to determine the level of health, skills, and knowledge the trainees possess. Kung pwede ba sila mag-conduct ng health education at kaya nilang gawin yung health education. And then results will be basis for health skills training curriculum, which will focus on required competencies. Kaya ang ating mga BHWs, meron po yung mga trainings. Diba? I heard na yung mga bagong barangay officials, sabi na lang natin, pinapalitan daw lahat. Para sa akin, bakit mo papapalitan yung mga nag-undergo na sa training, di ba? Kasi sila na yung may knowledge sa mga bagay na yon. Papalitan mo na siya unless matandang-matanda na siya. Okay? Pero, narinig ko nga sa mga other barangays, gano'n na yan. Okay? And then part of our education training phase, we have also the health services and mobilization. Okay, organization takes the lead in undertaking activities that will solve the problems and helps to strengthen the group and builds their confidence. Okay? Para lang po tayo nag-assign ng ating leaders, diba? Strengthen the group and builds their confidence to teach people to prioritize problems to be addressed. Okay? Kung alam nilang health hazard, magsabi sila. Diba? Diba yung kanal pwedeng bahayan ng mga kitikiti yan? Diba? Simpleng ganon. Dapat ma-prioritize nila yun. Wala naman budget ng barangay. Bakit mo papakialaman yan? Wala naman na dedengge pa. Diba? From the word pa. Diba? So, antay mo pa magka-dengue bago ka gagawa ng action. No. So, kailangan as long as possible, may prioritization na sa barangay. Then next, we have leadership formation. It takes a continuous process to create leaders. So, for example, sa BHW, hindi lang ang nurse ang leader nila. Dapat sa grupo na yun, may nag-lead sa kanila. Di ba? Kasi guys, sabi na lang natin, pag wala silang sahod, tatama rin yung mga yan. Di ba? So, kailangan parang may ma-encourage, taga-encourage sa kanila, na may mag-lead sa kanila. Okay? Eh, may ginagawa kasi ako sa kanayan, di ba? Mas pina-priority nila yung ibang bagay. Engage leaders to actual organizational activities, opportunities in mastering necessary skills, and nurse will be able to assess a specific training and practical needs. And then, okay, we're done with preparatory organization, education training, and second to the last, the intersectoral collaboration phase. Yan. So as the organization develops, their needs will also grow. Wanna develop, so kailangan mag-grow. Kailangan magkaroon ng progress. The resources need to be sourced externally. Dapat alam nila kung saan mapupunta yung mga gantong resources. For example, may donation na ganito sa kanila, they have to extend or resources need to be sourced externally. And then assistance and support through collaboration. Hindi mo ma-accomplish ang inyong mission kung walang collaboration. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, group effort. The students, the faculty, the barangay officers, the nurses and the BHWs, and then the community. We have to collaborate, group effort to support and assist. And then the nurse is in the best position to facilitate and coordinate to articulate the community's need for support and assistance. Okay? Tayo ang maglilid po niyan, mga nurses. Kasi tayo ang part ng ating health allied, yung mga gandong trabaho. And then the last one, we have the phase out. Diba? Sabi nga nila, turnover. As the organization and community assumes, from the word assumes, greater responsibility in managing healthcare needs, the nurse gradually prepares the turnover of work. Okay? O, nakita nyo na po yung mga ginawa po namin. Ganun lang po, paulit-ulit lang po yung gagawin nyo, and then pag kailangan nyo naman tulong, magtanong lang po kayo. Pero as long as possible, gusto po namin na matuto po kayo sa mga gantong gawain. Okay? Develops a plan for monitoring and subsequent follow-up of the organization activities until the community is ready for full disengagement. Ready for full disengagement and phase out. Ito na yung sinasabi natin, self-reliant or self-reliant and self-determination. Kaya na nila. Okay? At kakayanin dapat nila. Okay? So, yan. We have phases kasi ang pinag-usapan natin kanina. We have also the 5 stages of organizing a community health promotion model. So, parang sa Cuevas. What 5 stages of organizing? We have community analysis. The process of assessing and defining needs, opportunities, and resources involved in initiating community health action program. So, what are the components? Demographic, social, economic profile of the community derived from secondary data. Saan natin kukunin ang secondary data? Sa barangay health office. Okay? From the word secondary, kasi ang first and foremost na data natin is sa household or the people itself. Okay? And then what are the health risk profile? The health and wellness outcomes for profile, survey of current health promotion programs, and studies conducted in certain target groups. Kukunin po natin lahat ito sa barangay, ang ating community analysis. O, ano na po yung ginawa yung action nyo? May mga action po ba kayong ginawa? Di ba? May mga concerns po ba regarding sa health? Yan yung mga health risk natin. What are the steps? Siyempre, sabi ko sa inyo, di ba sa pre-entry phase, define the community. And then organizational collect data. And then, assess community capacity, assess community barriers. From the word barriers, guys, ayan yung kung hanggang saan lang yung kaya ng barangay or the community. And then, assess readiness for change. Tingnan natin kung willing sila sa pagbabago ng kanilang barangay or community, and synthesize data and set priorities. Kasi at the end of your COPAR, i-discuss nyo sa kanila kung may improvement or walang improvement. Kumbaga pa sa evaluation, goal met or unmet, di ba? Or partially met. And then we have also design and initiation. Kuwebas sa kuwebas. Establish a core planning group and select a local organizer, which is the potential leaders. 5 to 8 members, role of organizer is vital to program success. Good listener and critical thinker and decisive dapat sila. And choose an organizational structure, leadership board or council, di ba? Parang sa inyo, mga students, meron tayong mga committees, etc., etc. Existing local leaders working for a common cause in coalition, lead or official agency, single agency responsible for activities, grassroots, informal structures in the community, citizen panels, group of citizens, 5 to 10 to form partnership with government, and then networks and consortia. The networks developed because of certain concerns. And then part of our design and initiation, we have to identify and select and recruit organizational members. Paulit-ulit lang, define the organizational mission and goals related sa ating work health questions, and then clarify roles and responsibilities of people involved in the organization. Bigyan po natin sila ng work description, and then provide training and recognition bago po tayo mag-conduct ng ating tawag dito ng COPAR. And then we have this implementation, generate broad citizen participation, develop a sequential work plan, kailangan may plano, and use comprehensive integrated strategies, yung kaya po lang nila, and then integrate community values into the programs, materials, and messages. And then program maintenance consolidation, integrate intervention activities into community networks, establish a positive organizational culture, and then establish an ongoing recruitment plan and disseminate results. Evaluation na yun, disseminate results. And dissemination reassessment, okay? Evaluation. Update the community analysis, okay? Update nyo yan. Assess effectiveness of interventions or programs, chart future directories and modifications, and summarize and disseminate results. Diba? Ganyan na ganyan po sa research. Diba? After lahat ng ginawa intervention, may at the end of your is recommendation, conclusion, summary, results, etc. Diba? So that's our community organizing. So next one, we have the participatory action research. Sabi ko sa inyo, dito papasok ang inyong research. From the word investigation of the problems and issues, ito yung papasok sa community issues nyo. Di ba yung sabi ko magra-rank kayo, di ba magja-justify kayo. And the investigation of the problems and issues concerning life and environment of the underprivileged community by way of a research collaboration with the underprivileged whose representative participate in the actual research process as equal partners studying their own problem. Sila pa, hayaan mo sila makaalam na ay problema pala ito, akala ko wala lang. Then conceive as an innovation over the traditional research approach, unlike the permanent residents. Traditional research considers people as objects of research rather than active collaborators of change and development, whereas the traditional research caters only to the interests of the academics and development agencies, veers away from dependence of the outside researchers. Masyadong malawak yung research natin kung buong barangay. Kaya nga, group effort po ito. Hindi to kakandak na 5 tao. Full section po ito to conduct the COPAR. Usually, nung time na nag-aaral pa nga ako, kasi na-experience namin nag-co-par, no second year kami actually, di ba si HN1, nasimulan namin actually ang aming co-par. Nag-start pa lang kami sa 1 and 2. And then, pagdating namin ng third year, usually tinapos namin ang 3 and 4. And then, nung fourth year kami, last part na, which is the yung last part niya na nag-self-assessment na kami, kung pwede na sila mag-self-reliant. Meron namang ibang schools na dinediretso. Okay? Sa amin kasi parang long-term talaga ang nangyari. Para daw makita namin yung mga differences. Okay, di ba kasi we have CHN1 sa second year, CHN2 sa third year. So, ito na ako. What is the central element of our participatory action research? Participation, from the word participate, di ba? Kailangan ng group effort, ng teamwork, di ba? Active process by the expected beneficiaries of the research are the main actors in the research process. So, what are the strategies? Ayan, strengthening the integration of PHC. Ano ulit ang PHC? Primary healthcare, what is COPAR, community organizing, participatory action research, adult teaching learning, concepts, strategies, and methodologies in the health science curricula. Systematization of the students' exposure program. Development of CHO. Ano ang CHO? Okay? Community health organization which can sustain health development program. Community capability building through leadership and health skills trainings. And provision of health services by the faculty, students, and the trained BHW. Okay? So, kanina is CO, pinaghiwalay natin. Si PAR, pinaghiwalay natin. Let's combine together the COPAR. COPAR means a social development approach. Kung kanina si PAR is investigation, community organizing is to assess, to organize, di ba? Si COPAR naman is a social development approach that aims to transform the apathetic individualistic, voiceless, poor into dynamic, participatory, and political responsive community. Ita-transform natin tong barangay na to into higher hierarchy, parang ganon. A collective, participatory, transformative, liberative, sustained, systematic process of building people's organizations by mobilizing, enhancing the capabilities and resources of the people for the resolution of their issues and concerns toward affecting change to their existing oppressive and exploitative conditions. That's galing po sa National Rural Conference last 1994. It is a process by which a community identifies, di ba, its needs and objectives to develop confidence to take action in respect to them. In doing so, extends and develop cooperative and collaborative attitudes and practices in the community according to Ross 1967. Okay, a social development approach that aims to transform the DDU. Sabi ko na lang, di ba? In short, the DDU. The depressed, deprived, and underprivileged community or the society. So what are the objectives of our COPAR? To make people aware kung ano ang problema ba talaga. And problema pala siya. Okay? Kasi akala nila, para lang siya simpleng problema na madaling lutasin. Okay? But to make people aware of social realities. Okay? And then to form structure that uphold the people's basic interests and oppress deprived sections of the community and as a people bound by the interest to serve the people. How can you serve to the people if you are not inclined with health, diba? How can you teach the community if di kayo aware sa mga nangyayari sa kanilang community? Diba? To initiate responsible actions intended to address holistically the various community and social problems. So the importance of our COPAR, this is a tool, important tool for community development and people empowerment. Kasi di ba pinag-usapan nga natin group effort. And then helps community workers to generate community participation in development activities. Also to prepare people to eventually take over the management. Di ba? Once we are done with our job, we have to take over, di ba? Ibibigay natin sa mga tao yung mga trabaho na dapat nilang tatrabahuin in future programs. And then also to maximize community participation involvement, community resources are mobilized for community services. So what are the principles? People, especially the most oppressed, exploited, and deprived sectors are open to change, have the capacity to change, and are able to bring about the change, di ba? Change is coming, ika nga nila. Pag nag-conduct sila ng COPAR. So it should be based on the interest of the poorest sectors of society. Kung saan sila makakagaan, kung saan sila lahat interesado, doon kayo. Hindi yung, ako to, kailangan sumunod kayo sa akin kasi kakabuti nyo to. Hindi. Kailangan, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, di ba, kailangan mag-meeting kayo. Kailangan pag-usapan yung interest ng komunidad, di ba? Kung ano yung pwede maging solusyon para mapasunod mo sila. And then it should lead to a self-reliant community and society. Ano ba talaga ang goal ng ating COPAR? Self-reliant and self-determination. From the word self. Okay? Wala nang iba. Self-reliant and self-determination. So, let's check na kung ilang pa to. Marami-rami pa. We have 30 slides pa. Kaya yan. So, what are the processes and methods used in COPAR? Okay, wait lang guys. Okay, let's go back. Ay. So, what are the processes and methods used in COPAR? So, we have these ARAs, or the progressive cycle of action, reflection, action session. It begins with small, local, concrete issues identified by the people in the evaluation and reflection of the action taken by them. Kumbaga, kung hindi nag-succeed sa unang action and then magre-reflect, and then you have to undergo again to the action, and then pag-uusapan nyo kung ano yung mga kulang and problema. And then next, we have the consciousness tracing through experiential learning. It is central to the COPAR process because it places emphasis on learning that emerges from concrete action that enriches succeeding action. And also, we have participatory and mass-based, primarily directed toward the mobilization of the poor, powerless, and oppressed sector of the community. And then, group-centered and not leader-oriented. Leaders are identified, emerged, and tested through actions rather than appointed or selected by some external force. So, yan ang ating mga process or methods. And then, what are our critical steps and activities in COPAR? Integration. How can we integrate to the community? Health workers become one with the people to immerse. Okay? From the word immerse. Himself in the poor community. And then, understand deeply. Okay? Diba, established rapport. So, kailangan you have to understand deeply the culture, economy, the leaders, the history, the rhythms, and lifestyle in the community. Kasi ikaw dapat makibagay sa kanila. And then, what are the methods of our integration? Participate in direct production activities of the people, di ba? Hindi, pero wag ka magkipag-participate. For example, di ba, yung may inuman sa kanto, inaya ka. Okay? You have to, ano na lang, pasensya po, ongoing pa po kasi ang trabaho ko. So, kailangan tapusin ko muna po yung trabaho ko bago po ako magsalamuha sa inyo. Okay ba? I-shot mo, di ba? Alangan naman, sige, kunin ko na po yan. Baka mamaya magagalit sila. Sabi niyo, establish ka po. No. You have to act as a professional. Sabi na lang natin, estudyante ka, but you are training. You are trained to become the registered nurse for the future. Di ba? And then conduct house-to-house visit. Sabi ko sa inyo, magha-house-to-house po kayo. So, conduct house-to-house visits, participation in social activities like birthday, yan. For example, naayahan po kayo sa birthday, fiesta, lamay, kasal, seasonal rituals, di ba? Benefits, dances, and etc. Pwede kang umattend. Okay? Para makapag-establish po tayo ng rapport. And then, conversing with people where they usually gather such as in stores, water wells, washing streams, or in churchyards. Depende. Magkisalamuha tayo, di ba? Uy, kumusta naman po kayo dito? Ganyan. Parang ano lang, para lang kayo nasa kanto nyo, gano'n, di ba? Then, helping out in household chores. Usually, ito yung pinaka-exciting part. Bigyan ko kayo sana ng idea kung ano yung nangyayari talaga. May mga videos ako actually sa ganyan na yung mga ginawa namin doon. So, send ko na lang nasa inyo kung papanoorin nyo. Ay, ganito palang COPAR. Parang gusto kong maranasan, di ba? Okay. And then, social investigation. Kanina, integration. Ngayon, social investigation. We have to study the community. A system process of collecting, collating, analyzing data to draw a clear picture of the community. So, what are the pointers in conducting social investigation? Use of survey questionnaire is discouraged. Ayan, dapat may questionnaire tayo. Pero actually, meron po talaga tayong questionnaire. And then, community leaders, hindi ko lang alam kung na-update, pero meron po talaga yan. And then, community leaders can be trained to initially assist the community workers or the community organizer in doing social investigation. And then, data can be more effectively and efficiently collected through informal methods, house-to-house visit, participating in conversation. Okay? Magpasama tayo kung hindi kaya ng ating manpower. Okay? Kailangan samahan tayo ng mga potential leaders sa bawat area nila. For example, may hawak sa Purok 1 na Kagawad, ganyan. Then, secondary data usually ang barangay naman should be thoroughly examined because much of the information might already be available. And then, social investigation is facilitated if the community organizer is properly integrated and has acquired the trust of the people. Okay? Kasi yung mga dati na naka-establish ng rapport, kunwari taga doon, madali na lang po mag-collect ng information. And then confirmation of and validation of community data should be done regularly. Okay? Usually parang kung may gusto po kayong i-verify, pwede niyo po akong tawagan sa number na ito or pwede po ako yung tumawag sa inyo para ma-verify ko po. Then, tentative program planning, di ba? So, you are done with your questionnaire, survey questionnaire, nilagay nila lahat ng problema doon. Actually, hindi sila kasi yung susulat doon. Kayo ang magsusulat sa inyong social investigation. Kumbaga kayo mag-check sa questionnaire, hindi sila. Okay, hindi yung parang ginagawa ng mga iba sa research, diba? Binibigyan ng papel, sila na bahala mag-check. Kayo mismo ang gagawa niyan. So, tentative program planning, like, ayan, community organizing or organizer to choose one issue to work on in order to begin organizing the people. Sa'yo itong problema na to, ikaw magkanda ko, ikaw dito sa isa na to, kunwari, 10 yung problema, mag-assign kayo. And then groundwork, going around and motivating the people on one-on-one basis to do something on the issue that has been chosen. Okay, nakikita niyo po ba, maliban sa pera, ano pa po ang problema nyo? Ganyan. And then the meeting, people collectively ratify what they have already decided individually. It gives people the collective power and confidence, and problems and issues are discussed. Okay? Sa 5 araw po namin dito sa barangay ninyo, ito po yung nakuha namin informasyon at ito po yung mga problema na nahagilap mo namin. Sa 10 problema, ito po yung pinakauna. Ito po yung pinaka-problema na napansin namin kasi ito po yung pinakamaraming nagre-reklamo sa gantong issue. That's part of our meeting. Then role play. Okay, ano ba yan? Magdula-dulaan pa sa barangay, ma'am? No. To act out the meeting that will take place between the leaders of the people and the government representative. A way of training people to participate, what will happen, and prepare themselves for such eventually. From the word role play, para ka lang nag-demonstrate. And then, after mo ma-demonstrate, hayaan mo sila naman ang mag-demonstrate para sa'yo. That's part of their training. Okay? And then, mobilization or action. Gagawa na kayo ng action after you demonstrate. Diba? Actual experience of the people and carrying out the plans and activities. I-apply mo na lahat ng mga naplano nyo. And then lastly, we have the evaluation. People review step from 1 to 7. Okay, gagawin nyo daw yung mga activities na from 1 to 7. I-review nila lahat ng mga ginawa nila to determine whether they were successful or not in their objectives. Kasi kung hindi naging successful, gagawa kayo ng plan B at uulit kayo. Okay? Or kung may nagawa, parang partially met lang, kumbaga parang sa out of 10, 5 lang nagawa, babalik kayo ulit, pero mas okay na siya. I mean, yung parang nagamay nyo na. Okay? And then reflection. Usually, ito na yung part kasi ng conclusion nyo. Okay? And then the recommendation, and then organization. Reflection, dealing with deeper ongoing concern to look at the positive side. Community organizer is trying to build an organization. Okay? May nabuo na po tayong pamilya. Parang gano'n ang dating. may nabuo na po tayong pamilya na pwede mag-lead. O, bali, iiwan na po namin ang aming responsibilidad kasi nakitaan naman po namin na kaya nyo na po at kaya nyo na pong i-lead itong purok nyo or ang inyong barangay. Okay? Diba? It gives people time to reflect on the reality of life compared to the ideal. Diba? Kaya nga may reflection paper. Diba? Tuwing SONA, kailangan may reflection paper. O, kunwari may mga programs or sa symposium, diba? Okay, your assignment is to have your reflection, diba? Yung reaction paper. Ayan yun. Parang ganyan din reflection. And then organization, the people's organization is the result of many successive or successful and similar actions of the people. A final organizational structure is set up with elected officers and supporting members. Oh. Dahil nag-succeed ang organization na inassign mo, sila na po yung gagawin yung permanent. Kumbaga, sige, kayo na po ang mag-lead. Okay? O sa taon na ito, ikaw. Next, itry naman natin i-rotate. Parang ganon. So, phases of COPAR. Kanina kasi community organizing lang yung pinag-usapan natin. In pre-entry phase, initial simplest phase of organizing process in terms of actual outputs, activities, and strategies. So, community organizer looks for community or communities to serve or to help. Okay, to serve the people, to help the people. So, usually it takes 1 to 2 months to complete the COPAR. Okay, ayan po ang tinatagal ha, 1 to 2 months to complete. And then we have the two main activities, the selection of the project site, o diba? You have to select area and then identification of host family and staff house. Diba? Kukunin po natin yan sa secondary data which is our data from barangays. So what are the criteria for selection? Hindi yung, ito. Okay. It must have a population of 100 to 200 families. For example, sa barangay na ito, sa amin, taga-Anaw po ako sa Kabagan, ilan ang families na nandito? Okay? So, it must be 100 to 200 families. Ang dami, di ba? Kaya nga, guys, group activity ito. Not just one section. Pwede yung buong section ay magtatrabaho sa isang barangay o isang area. The area is relatively socio-economically depressed. Basta meron yung word na DBU. They are part of depressed, they are part of deprived, they are part of unprivileged area. It must have a relative concentration of poor people. There is no strong resistance from the community. Okay, walang kapit, sabi nga natin. There must be no serious case, di ba? Kahit may mga tanod, yung mga tanod pa yung nagpapauna ng problema, then order problem. There must be no similar group of organization holding the same area or same program. And then other activities, sabi nga natin kanina, train faculty and students in COPAR. Bago tayo pupunta dito, kaya nga tayo nag-lecture about COPAR. And then formulate plan for institutionalizing COPAR. Revise and enrich. For example, meron na nag-conduct pero that was a decade ago, 10 years ago, di ba? So, kailangan i-revise natin and enrich the curriculum and immerse program. Di ba? Yung mga program lang nun is magtanim lang ng mga herbal plants. Ngayon, mas i-integrate natin siya. And then, coordinate participation of other departments. Magkipag-collaborate po tayo. And then, formulate criteria and guidelines for site selection. Ito yung napili po namin kasi they are not just 100 to 200 families in the community. They are part of the DDU. They are part of hindi sila nakapag utilize ng mga resources and etc. Do initial networking with local government. Kailangan kasi meron pa rin kayong communication with the municipality and then conduct preliminary social investigation or the PSI, preliminary social investigation, di ba yung SI kanina? And make long list or short list of potential communities. Kumbaga, ang napili nyo is Igig or Peña Blanca. mag-select kayo ng top 10 na mga DDU society or community doon. Diba? Ganyan po tayo mag-pre-entry phase. Then, do ocular survey. From the word ocular, mag-ikot-ikot kayo. Ay, ala, yung bahay doon. Ay, may abandonado doon. Ala, yung kanal, napabayaan. Ala, grabe naman yung damo ng bahay niya. Ang tataas ng kulang na lang. Mas mataas pa yung damo kaysa sa bahay. So, yun na yung mga i-ocular nyo, di ba? You're done with your spot mapping, di ba? Nung nag-endorse pa kayo sa mga first year or the second years. Oh, that's part of pre-entry phase. And then interview barangay officials, leaders, and key informants. Choose sites or community for the immersion programs. Nakapag-ocular survey na kayo, mag-choose na kayo. And then coordinate with local government or NGOs for assistance, di ba? Baka pwede silang makatulong sa mga gagastusin natin. And then develop community profiles for secondary data. And then survey tools. Okay, prepare nyo yan. And then pay courtesy call. Anong courtesy call? Di ba pupunta kayo sa community leaders. And then choose foster families based on guidelines. And then next, we have the entry phase. We're done with pre-entry, so entry phase. Most crucial phase, actually. Okay, also called as social preparation phase. Okay, maliban sa social investigation, iba ang phases, iba ang, phases, methods, and process. Okay, so social preparation phase for it allows the community to be actively involved in the entire implementation of the program. Success will depend on how much the project implementers have integrated with the community people, their understanding of the place and events, and their willingness and readiness to commit oneself towards the program. Kasi guys, meron yung mga bagay na napipilitan. Kasi hindi nga nila naintindihan kung ano yon. Kasi nga, di ba, hindi sila inclined with health. Kasi iba ang kanilang mindset. Mas unahin ko pa yung health ko, wala naman ako sakit. Ganon. So, kailangan ipaintindi po natin sa kanila kung ano yung problema sa health. Or kahit man lang makapag-conduct tayo ng health teaching or wellness sa ating community. So, what are the activities? Integrate with community residents, diba? Mag-establish ka ng rapport. So, kailangan halubilo ka sa community. Okay? I know, sabi niya, integration is the process of establishing rapport with the people containing efforts to imbibe the community life by living with them, undergoing the same experience, sharing their hopes, aspirations, and hardships toward building mutual trust and cooperation. And then conduct deepening social investigation. DSI, magkakandak ka ng deepening social investigation. Then social investigation, or the SI na sinasabi natin kanina, it is a systematic process of collating, and analyzing data to draw a clear picture of the community. So, investigation po siya. Mag-investigate tayo. Nabanggit ko na kasi kanina yan. Okay? So, entry phase, part of our activities is dissemination information sensitive community residents on the program and primary health care. So, information campaign can be done in small group discussion, house to house, and informal social gatherings, diba? Side by side with the organization campaign is the delivery of basic health services done simultaneously. So, entry phase, formulate criteria for selection of core group member. People themselves will formulate criteria. Diba? Sino yung potential leaders nila? Then, core group members are selected by the community residents during the assembly. Sino yung health, parang nag-training na sa health at kaya na nilang gawin to. Kasi diba meron tayong mga criteria kanina ng mga potential members ng ating leaders. Pwede din si leader ang mamili kasi alam niya na yung mga mga criteria ng ating, alam niya na yung mga, gawain ng mga kanyang miyembro. They must be respected members of a community. They must belong to the poor sector in the community. They must be responsible, committed individuals willing to work for social change and transformation. They must be willing to learn, and they must possess a good communication skills and able to express himself to others in a group. Then define roles and actions of the core group members. Roles and functions like social preparation of the community for health and development work, organizing a community research team for the conduct of community assessment diagnosis, setting up the community health organizer and facilitate the identification of potential community health workers, scrutinizing and mobilizing the community to act their own and participate in the delivery of essential health services. So take note that core group is not a permanent group. Pwede po silang mapalitan sooner or later. Number of members has no limit as long as member is willing to fulfill the function. Willing silang tumulong. And then some can be elected to become community health workers, and selection of members should be well represented from all sectors. And then next, we have to deliver essential basic health services like magbakuna, mag-BP, magbigay ng maintenance, etc. And then continuous social investigation is a continuous process. Okay? And then conduct team building activities or sensitization, informal education among CGM, and presentation of baseline survey results of community. Core group members yan, CGM. Then conduct self-awareness through leadership training or the SALT. Okay? At the end of your program kasi guys, meron kayong SALT, self-awareness leadership training. Kung may mga natutunan sila, parang evaluation siya. Ibigay ko sa inyo yung tawag dito, yung video namin kung ano yung mga ginawa namin. May mga palaro kami. Ibig sabihin kasi nun, parang siyang maliban sa nag-establish ka ng rapport, nakisalamuha ka sa barangay nila. Titignan nyo kasi kung, di ba, for example, we have 2 groups, di ba? Paano yung teamwork na ginawa nila? Okay? Among the core group members and potential leaders for the growth and development of the community, conduct training during the most convenient time of the people. Kasi guys, hindi lang sa mga adult kami na gumawa ng self-awareness leadership training, pati sa mga bata. Okay, pero mas better nga pag matatanda kasi meron na silang knowledge. Sa mga bata naman is para makipag-integrate din po sila, makisalamuha sila. Okay, consult community to organize community health organizing. Okay? CHO is charged with the management of relevant and appropriate health programs. It ensures the collective participation, decision-making, planning, implementation, and evaluation of community projects. Establish a network of linkages or network for mobilizing external support. Generate resources for maintaining and sustaining health programs or activities. Raising the community's consciousness in health and other broader issues. Mobilizing the people to act on their health problems and issues affecting them, and they are being elected. So process, part of our is community study and diagnosis. Sabi ko sa inyo, may community diagnosis tayo yung magja-justify tayo na parang dahil sa pag-house to house nyo, may na-come up kayong gantong problems, and then justify nyo, magkakaroon kayong prioritization. Okay? Sabi nga dito, select of a research team, which is the students na po ito, and then the mga barangay health workers, and then the mga trained community research team, which is tayo yan. Then community research team is a small ad hoc body composed of residents. Pwede din sila. Okay? Sila yung mga trained na. Sila ay yung kinikilala na po na part ng barangay na gumagawa ng mga ganitong cases. Di ba? Usually kasi barangay health workers yan. Dito kasi sa Kabagan, nung dito pa ako nag-work sa RHU. Usually, napansin ko sa mga nurse na naka-deploy sa kanilang barangay, ang ginagawa nila is ina-assign nila yung mga barangay health workers nila per puro. And then sila yung nagko-collect yung mga kung sino yung mga buntis, yung mga teenage pregnancy, sino yung mga may maintenance, sino yung may mga cancer, and etc. Pwede din natin sila kuhanin sa community research team. Ganoon ang idea ng Kabagan. Pero ewan ko lang sa iba, baka may sarili din sila ng mga strategies. And then planning for the actual gathering of data gathering, and training on data validation. Includes data tabulation and preliminary analysis of data. Ito yung nagtatali kayo. Kaya nga, di ba, out of 200 families, sabihin na lang natin, iniisa nyo yung mga papel. Kasi pag konting kamali yan at hindi nagtugma sa inyong tabulation, magba-back to 0 kayo. Okay? Actually, sa COPAR, doon ako naiyak ng husto. Kasi ako ang leader ng COPAR actually. Okay? Nung time college pa ako. Kasi wala talaga akong idea sa COPAR. Hindi ko nga naintindihan ng COPAR nung college ako di ba? Isa lang po akong, para lang ako statwal actually. Hindi naman kasi ako, noon, yung ganyan, I'm not inclined with leadership. Pero ewan ko, parang every may kami is nagiging leader ako. Kasi para ako yung tinuturing nilang ate-ate kahit ako yung bunso, ganon. Kasi yung traits ko daw, kung paano ako mag-lead, paano ako makipag-communicate. Okay? Tapos, ako kasi, hindi pa nauso yung mga kung ano-ano pa yung mga checklist. Ako kasi noon, may checklist talaga ako para bago ako matutulog, ito dapat yung matatapos ko. Ganon kasi akong tao. Kaya parang sabi nila, organized kasi itong tao to. Kaya siguro lagi ako pinipili. Parang gano'n yung nasa mindset ko. Ewan ko lang, basta gano'n. Ganun kwento man. So, community validation and presentation of the study and recommendation. Then, the fourth one is the community organization and capability, the building phase or the organizational building phase. Diba? Kanina pang number 2 to sa phases Ngayon pang 4 siya. So, it signals the start of community self-management. Tuturuan na natin sila self-reliant or self-determined because it entails the formation of more formal structures and the inclusion of more formal procedures of planning, implementing, and evaluating the community-wide activities. So, what are the activities? Ito kasi guys, binigyan na kayo ng guide kung ano yung mga dapat gagawin. You have to do the community meeting to draw up guidelines for the organization of the community health organizing. Election of CH officers, development of management system procedures, team building, working out legal requirements for the establishment of CHO, organization of working committees and task group, training of CHO officers and community leaders. And we have this community action phase. What are the activities? Organization training of CHWs, setting up of linkages or network referral system. Okay? Kung hindi, kunwari, di ba? People to barangay health workers. Pag di kayo ng barangay health workers, kay nurse. Pag kay nurse, kay barangay officials. Pag di kayo kay barangay officials, hanggang papunta sa palapit ng palapit doon sa mga malalakas na tao. I mean, parang powerful sila sa government. And the initial identification and implementation of resource mobilization schemes. Then, lastly, usually sustenance and strengthening phase. Last na alam ko to. Ay, hindi, may phase out po pala, which is the turnover. Sustenance and strengthening phase. So, you're done with your community diagnosis or organizing. Ito na yung tinatawag natin self-reliant. Okay? Or self-determination. The community can be already stand on its own. Okay? Kung kanina, ini-introduce pa lang natin self-reliance. Pinapademonstrate pa lang natin. Dito is talagang ibibigay na natin. Already stand on its own. na-demonstrate na natin sa kanina, the first one nito, di ba? Na-demonstrate na nila sa atin. So, part ng sustenance is pinapanood na lang natin sila. Already stand on its own. People can sustain the program even without the help of project implementers. The trained leaders and workers take the overall management of the program. The activities, formulation and ratification of constitution by laws, identification and development of secondary leaders, yung mga na-assign, setting up institutionalization of financing scheme, okay, and then assess or replan community health programs, formalizing and institutionalization of linkages, networks, and referral system, development, implementation of viable management systems and procedures, committees, continuing education, training of leaders, HWs, and community residents. Yeah. And then phase out, which is turnover literally. When the health workers leave the community to the stand alone, okay? Self-reliance na. Okay? Live, from the word live and stand alone. The organization should be ready to sustain the test of the community itself. This phase could mean the program is already community managed. So, activities is leaving the immersion site and documentation. Kung nag-succeed ka ba or hindi. So, we have 4 phases, di ba? The pre-entry, entry, organizational or building phase, and sustenance and strengthening phase. So, in pre-entry, the preparatory phase of the HRDP COPAR process, simplest phase in terms of actual outputs and strategies. It takes only 1 to 2 months to complete. Done usually at the institutional level, students' participation is minimal. Okay? So, ito ay summary lang guys, ha? Yeah, site selection, kung paano tayo mag-site selection, di ba? And then the criteria. Okay? Nabanggit ko rin kanina, kaya hindi ko na ulitin. And then, SI or the preliminary social investigation, the PSI. Then, ulit lang yan. And then, the guidelines, o diba, sabi ko sa inyo, choosing the final barangay, choosing the host family. And in your entry, sometimes called the social preparation phase. Crucial in determining which strategies for organizing would suit best the community, lays the foundation of the organizing work as well as determines the relationship of the people to the organizers. So what are the guidelines for entry? The community recognize the role of the authorities. The appearance, speech, behavior, and lifestyle. Sabi ko sa inyo, kunwari naka-break kayo at nag-yosi kayo, tapos nakita kayo ng mga residente, syempre mag-iiba ang pananaw nila sa inyo. Tinuturuan nyo kaming wag mag-yosi, tapos kayo magkikita na yung yosi, di ba? Ganon yun, guys. So, kailangan yung behavior din natin ay ayusin natin. And then, avoid passing expectations of the community residents. Ba, arte-arte nila, tinutulungan na nga sila. Okay, wag ganon. Okay? Expect the unexpected. And then integration with the community. Diba? How to integrate. You have to establish rapport. Makisama, makisalamuha. Diba? Be professional. And then methods of integration, participation in direct production activities, social activities, kung saan sila nag-gather, nag-release sa bahay, diba? Delivery of basic health services, nag-BP or vital signs, diba? Health education. And then, ayan, identification of potential leaders or core group. Then, organizational building phase begins where the community starts to study their own problems. Usually starts with the formation of research team. Phase where the community leaders develop their full potential as leaders of the community, characterized by the formation of working groups and the capability building activities provided by the team. Organization from the word building phase. Ayan. The sustenance and strengthening phase, nagre-ready na kayo. Consolidation, expansion, networking, establishing, implementation of livelihood projects, pagkakakitaan. developing secondary leaders, training of CHO for monitoring and implementing of community health program, identification of secondary leaders, linkaging and networking, conduct of mobilization and health development, concerns implementation of livelihood plan. Paulit-ulit, no? Almost same lang naman. Okay? So, who are the involved to our HRDP or the POPAR staff? Usually the project director, which is the school head. Then the project manager, which is si Dean. The community organizer. And then coordinator of student community immersion. And then health services coordinator, the training coordinator, financial officer, bookkeeper, and the secretary. So this is the end of our community organizing, and this will be the end of your coverage of your midterm topic. Okay? Kasi mas papalawakin natin sa semis and finals. So, if you have questions, you can kung nahiya ka sa GC, direct message nyo lang ako. And then, kung hindi ko man mababasa, itag nyo na lang ako sa GC na, ma'am, mayroon po akong PM, may question lang po ako. Okay? So, yun lang. I hope you understand the brief part of our co-part. And I don't think ito ay napadali. Unlike kasi sa handouts, hindi ko alam kung konti lang nakalagay. Okay? Sa dami na din na iniisip ko ay nagja-jumble na din ako. Okay? So, thank you so much. I hope this will help you pass your exam and will apply it sooner or later to your community duties. Okay? So, thank you and